Okay, now we're going to go over splines. Now, splines are basically lines that are infinitely thin, so that whenever you create one, it never actually, like if I render it, it won't actually show up. So they're really good for making like wires and stuff, but there's tons of stuff you can do with them. Now, there's two main types of splines. There's ones that you draw. These are these six, and then you've got the shapes, pre-made shapes. Now, these pre-made shapes can be used to make some pretty fancy stuff. Now, let's go over the actual drawings. So we'll go to our top view. Also recommended, highly recommended that you, whenever you draw a spline, you do it in one of these views, not that view, because everything's just going to go crazy. We'll go freehand first. Now freehand, to do this, I simply click and hold, and I draw a line, then let go, and it's done. It's gone blue, and now we have individual points of control that I can move around. Now, I can change what type of line it is, whether it's a straight from each point, cubic, comma, B-spline, and you can also close spline, which basically what it does is it takes the last one, goes to the first one, like that. Now for all these other ones, you hold Control and click. Let's do that. But if I just let go, I can click and hold, and I get this control bit. So if I go this way, I can get a really loose bit, but both my points are here, so instead of going from here to here, it goes right around along here, which is very useful. Anyway, let's go into some shapes now. I think I've used circles and squares before, but we'll go over them. The circles, we can change it to an ellipse, which basically we'll cover the radius first. Radius is how wide it is. If we change it to ellipse, we get two options, so we can change its Y radius and its other radius. And then we can change it so it has rings, so it has an inner and outer width. This would be good if you're making like a pipe or something. Then plane would put over that, and yeah. Now we'll go over, well, all this quick, text is very important. Text, this is how we put words and stuff into Sim 4D. We can change the text in a box. And you press enter, like it's like an actual word processor. You press enter to make a new line. You don't press enter to get out of it. You click out of it to do that, and we'll go font. Move to my little font window. I think I have some. What am I looking for? Fun, because fun is fun. See, now put our text in. We can change the height, horizontal spacing, vertical spacing, then what plane it's sitting on. But one of the things about this is we can give it three. Oh, I'll show you that run thing. See if I hit Command R, nothing shows up. But if I go extrude tabs, put text on it. Now we can see hello world in fancy writing. Okay, now that's that covered. I'm just going to quickly make something using a spline to show you what you can do with them. Size Now most of these have different types. If I change it to this type, I'll to focus on it. I'm going to put this to R to 0 so it's nice and curly. What does A change? Cool. Put that at 1000 and start angle and end angle. So basically unravel it. Plane. Anyway, we'll add a circle. Make it 10. Then we'll add a sweep nibs. We'll drop in the circle first and then cyboid after it. I think it's a cyboid or something, however you pronounce it. Now I've got this really cool basket. I don't know what you'd call it, just random mass pipe thing. But we can, even though we've done this, we can still change it. All we do is drag it out. And it's exactly the same with objects. We hit C to make it editable. Now, those rules that we had for the, like, change it, what type it was, and, like, its angle and stuff, that like, start angle, angle, those are gone, because we hit C, so we've lost those options, but we're bound to just basics. It's like a proper spline now. So as you can tell, because the icon's changed, its name's changed. What I can do is I can use my select tool and we'll just get all these points. Looks even. Side view, top view, whatever. And we'll move it along the Z axis. Then we'll select the outer ring ones. Hit E to go to the move tool. Move it down a bit. Then drop it back in. Go to this view. Now I have a pretty whack shape. Now, you can keep adding effects to this and materials and do all kinds of crazy shit to it. And you can get some truly amazing effects. And that's Splines in Cinema 4D.